Hey, what is up, guys? Rules for Rebels here, and Superfly had dropped a message. He said, "Hey, Rules for Rebels, did you notice the recent Terapeak changes where we cannot see our competitors' usernames any longer? Do you, by any chance, have a solution to that?" So I hadn't noticed that. It's been a few days or a week or whatever since I've been on Terapeak. So sure enough, I went to product research, which is normally where we would find that, and we'll just search something like NES Classic. And we'll go over to the normal view here. Let's wait for our stats to pull. And see here we have all our normal stats and everything. Normally we would go over to this person icon and it would show us the username or the seller name of the person who was selling the most in the category. Unfortunately, it looks like Terapeak got rid of this feature, and I'll show you why and explain why in a second here. I think this is kind of unfortunate. It was kind of nice, like the guy who's selling 25,000. I want to know what he's doing that's so effective, right? And so it would be nice when you knew who the seller was, because then you could go check out some of their listings and say, okay, what are they doing in their titles that I'm not doing? Are their pictures better than mine? Are they doing more item specifics? You could also click here and see a more in-depth view of their seller profile. Well, now I can't do that. There is still sort of a way to figure this out. I mean, typically the person who's dominating sales like this is going to show up at the top of searches. So if we were to go to ebay.com and type in like NES Classic, I'm thinking like most likely 225. I'm thinking most likely like one of these guys at probably the top 5 is going to be this top guy. So I mean, we can still sort of figure out who it is. But if we go over to competitor research, there's a little notification here that tells us why. It says, our competitive research results have changed. To protect user privacy, Terapeak and eBay have agreed that it's no longer appropriate to enable searches by seller ID or to expose seller IDs in search results. Now, to study your competition, you'll use our top sellers view, which is basically what I just did. Go to product research, type in the product, and then click the guy. You'll still find a ranked list of top sellers for any product along with volume items sold and average prices, now presented in a new way that safeguards your privacy. We've taken these steps for you now. Click continue to search for a product. So now this is just going to take us back to the search page. So kind of unfortunate. That was kind of a useful tool that I liked that they got rid of. Ultimately, at the end of the day, unlike Amazon, which has no partners, so when you're using Jungle Scout, when you're using Unicorn Smasher, they're really just sales estimates. They're not actually partnered with Amazon. Amazon is not giving them inside data or anything like that. Whereas with eBay, eBay does have eBay partners. Terapeak happens to be an eBay partner. So basically, eBay is kind enough to share sales stats and stuff with Terapeak for us to use. And I guess if you want Terapeak to continue sharing, if eBay tells you, hey, we don't want you sharing people's names anymore, I guess the solution is either disregard them and have them no longer share data with you, or say okay and cater to that. So I mean, it's still the competitive research is still a valuable tool in that you can see like are sales evenly split among all the sellers in this category, or is one seller kind of dominating the category? So it does still have some use. But like I said, what I really liked was that you could dive in and see the particular seller who was dominating the category and see what he was doing successfully. So I guess my workaround to that is just do a search for your item, look at like the top 5 items, and obviously those are ranking well for a reason. I would kind of disregard auctions, only because auctions kind of play in search engine rankings differently than buy it now listings. Auctions, as they're coming to an end, tend to rise to the top. So you'll see here a lot of the stuff at the top is auctions with 1 minute left, 41 minutes left, and that's why they're at the top. So that's not really an indication of what's generally just ranking the best. So I would look at the buy it now listings. If we wanted to, we could even go over. I think we can select only buy it now listings that we want to see, right? Okay, so we can see buy it now. And I would guess that the guy selling the majority of these is probably like one of these top 3 guys here. Either way, these people are ranking here for a reason. So take some notes from the type of pictures they have, their titles, the item specifics, how quickly they're shipping, etc. But yeah, somebody had asked why Terapeak is no longer showing the sellers' names in the competitor research. I hadn't noticed that, so who is it that brought it to my attention? Thank you, Superfly, for bringing that to my attention. Dug into it, and like I said, this is why apparently for user privacy they're no longer going to be doing that. But let me know you guys' thoughts. Is this a bad thing for Terapeak? Is this a good thing for Terapeak? Maybe some of you don't want people to know that you're the seller dominating a category. I don't know, but hopefully that answers your question. If any of you guys were wondering about this, thanks for watching, and we'll catch you on the next video.